how are you? Maybe you are fine at home and you are listening the classes regularly. Are you listening? Regularly you can follow the classes. Now, in previous classes, what we have to discuss? That means test for presence of the carbon dioxide we have to discuss. After that, fertile land. So how to neutralize it? So these type of the topics we have discussed. Now enter into the topic name is salts. What are the salts? How they form? So what are the properties of the salts? So we know that generally in a neutralization, acids and bases have those quantities are destroyed in neutralization. So those type of acids and bases are mixed together, then they will form a chemical reaction between them and they form some type of the compounds. Those type of the compounds are called the salts. What do you say? Salts. That means then what are the salts means? What are the salts? When acids and bases are combined to each other and a chemical reaction takes a chemical reaction between them. And form as some compounds. And form as compounds. So these compounds are called these are called the salts. What did you say? Salts. What are salts means? Once again I have to repeat. So generally we know that in a neutralization, so both acids and bases are their qualities are destroyed. So those type of the acids and bases are mixed together and combined with each other, then takes a chemical reaction between them and forms a compound. Those type of the compounds are called the salts. So formation of the salts. How they form? For example, I am taking the hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid. This hydrochloric acid have acidic nature. The chemical formula for hydrochloric acid is HCl. What is that? HCl. And another basic nature of the substance I am taking. What is that? Caustic soda. Caustic soda. The chemical formula of caustic soda is NaOH. So when acid and base are combined with each other, then takes a chemical reaction between them. After chemical reaction, it forms a salt. So HCl and NaOH are combined with each other. This Na is reacted with Cl. Then forms a sodium chloride. What do you say? Sodium chloride. The chemical formula for sodium chloride is NaCl. This is called salt. And remaining part, this H and OH are combined with each other. They form a water. The chemical formula of water is H2O. Already we have to discuss. So like this, salt will be formed. When suppose I took here hydrochloric acid and caustic soda, or the both acid and bases. Both are combined with each other. So chemical formula for hydrochloric acid is HCl and caustic soda is NaOH. both are takes a chemical reaction and forms the salts. We know that salts are neutral solution, but all neutral solutions are not the salts. For example, sugar, starches are not the salts, how they form. But all neutral solutions are not the In previous classes we have discussed whenever the substances take excess bases must be added to less quantity of the acids, then both are combined to each other and they form the basic nature of the substances. In this case also, the salts which turns to red litmus to blue litmus are said to be the basic nature property of the salt. For example, sodium carbonate. Next, the salt does not affect on either blue or red litmus, then those type of the salts are said to be neutral salts, neutral in nature. For example, we are using the common salt. So, for every food item, preparation of every food item curry, we are using the common salt. So, chemical formula for the common salt is NaCl. What is the NaCl? Once again, I am repeating the properties of salt. The salt which changes blue litmus to red litmus, blue litmus to red litmus, those type of the salts are have the acidic nature in the substance, acidic in nature. Those salts are called the acid salts. Acid salts, the example for acid salts is copper sulfate. Chemical formula for copper sulfate is CuSO4. And the salt which changes red litmus to blue litmus are said to be, then those type of the salts have basic in nature. Those type of salts are called the basic salts. For example, sodium carbonate. So next one, the salt does not affect on either blue or red litmus papers, are said to be neutral in nature. What do you say? Neutral in nature. These type of the salts are called the neutral salts. For example, common salt. So now only we have that NaCl, how the combination of the NaCl, now I have that. So that means HCl is hydrochloric acid is combined with the sodium hydroxide. That means caustic soda, both are combined with each other. Both two are combined with each other. Then they forms the sodium chloride. This sodium chloride is called the salt, and remaining part both are mixed together. They form the water. So like this, the formation of the common salt will be formed. So these are the properties of the salt. Now we have to discuss about the uses of the acid, bases and salt. So look at this chart. So some uses of the acids, bases and salts. So look at here, acids. Preparation of acids. Preparation of the pickles. In pickles, what will be used? Acetic acid will be contained. And preparation of the pulihora. Pulihora we have using the lemon juice. Lemon juice means which type of the acid? Citric acid. So next, in cool drinks, which type of the acid will become? Carbonic acid will become. That is useful for the storing of the cool drinks. And next, cold drinks are cool drinks, same only. Removal of the ink stains. So by removal of these ink stains, which acid will be used? Oxalic acid will be used. Next, manures and batteries. In manuals and batteries, which type of acid will be contained? Sulfuric acid will be contained. And next, in medicines, dyes, we are using the hydrochloric acid. In explosives, we are using the nitric acid. These are the uses for the acids. Next, we have to tell about the uses of bases. Removal of the grease stains. How will you remove? By using of ammonium hydroxide, we will use the removing the grease stains. Next, soap. Soap contains potassium, both potassium hydroxide and sodium hydroxide. By using of detergent soap, we are removing the so many stains. So, what is the combination? What is the combination of chemicals? Both potassium hydroxide and sodium hydroxide are contained in the detergent soap. And for bleaching powder with calcium hydroxide will be contained, that has the basic nature. And next, for fire extinguish contains the aluminium hydroxide. What is that? Aluminium hydroxide contained for the fire extinguish. Next, these are the uses for bases. Next, we are using the salts also like this for food preservation. So, for long time, we must store the food items. How will you store? By using of the combined with the common salt, we will store the food for a long time. So, that's why for food preservation, we are using the common salt. In every curry, we are using common salt. And next, washing cloths. For washing cloths, we are using the washing soda. And next, for cool drinks and cakes, we are using the baking soda. Like this, these are the some uses of acids, bases and salts. So, look at in our textbook, page number is 16. So, these uses of acids, bases and salts. Look at carefully and note down the points. These are the some uses of salts. So, up to now, we have to discuss the acids and the bases. Up to now, you have listened the lesson. So, I hope you understood the lesson. From this lesson, we have to select some important points and recap the lesson once again. See here, at starting what we have discussed, various states of the different substances we have discussed. Some substances are in salt in question, some substances are sweet in question, some substances are sour in question, and some substances are bitter, and fifth type of the taste is spicy. So, example for the salt, brightest and common salt. These are used in every food item purpose. For sweets, generally you are eating the sweets like jalebi and gulab jamun, like this. In fruits also they have the sweet in taste. And next, sour means orange juice. We are drinking the orange juice, and next lemon juice. These are sour in the taste. Bitter means already we have bitter gourd. So these type of the vegetables have the bitter taste. And next, spicy. For biryani rice you are eating, those in biryani rice so many spicy food items are there. So these are the 5 different types of the taste. So next, we have to discuss the indicator. So already we have discussed. So by using of experiment on turmeric paper, you apply the soap water that turns red in color. So that type of the paper are called that is the example for the indicator. So what is definition for the indicator? So the substances, what natural indicators. Why? Because these are occurring from nature only. Nature means, so both those are coming from plants and also animals. That's why these are called the natural indicators. Now next, some papers are using. Those are also called the litmus papers. What are the examples of the paper strips? Paper strips. What are those? Red. This is first example. This is second example. Paper strips. Red and blue litmus papers are also called the indicators. Paper indicators. Next, third one. What are called the chemical indicators? So already we have discussed two types of the chemical indicators are there. What are they? First one is methyl orange and second one is phenolphthalein solution. Second one is phenolphthalein solution. These are available as a chemical. That's why these are called the chemical indicators. So what are the chemical indicators? What are the chemical indicators? First one is the methyl orange, second one is the phenolphthalein solutions. These are available as a chemical. So that's why these are called the chemical indicators. So, what are all the acids, bases and neutral substances? Now, we have discussed by using of testing. So, already we have done on litmus papers. Whenever you have to touch the substances, whenever you have to touch the litmus paper, they are changing in either blue litmus to red litmus and red litmus to blue litmus. Some are dozen changes. By based on that, we are dividing as a acids and bases and neutral substances. So first type is the substances which changes blue litmus to red litmus, blue litmus to red litmus. Those type of the substances are said to be acidic in nature. That means those are acid substances. What is that? Acid substances. And next example, formic acid. Already we have discussed. So formic acid. And next citric acid. These are the naturally are coming, and by chemically also we have discussed hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid. These are the chemical acids. And next second one is the substances which changes red litmus to blue litmus are said to be basic in nature. Basic in nature. So, for example, ammonium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide. So these are all are available in soaps. So all have the basic in nature. And these are the examples for the bases. Third type. which does not affect on, does not change any change in either blue or red litmus. Those type of the substances are said to be neutral in nature. Those are called the neutral substances. For example, common salt. So generally we are using the common salt in every food item curry. Now, next we have to discuss about the properties of acids and bases. Before this, so acids and bases, I want to show a chart. The substances that contains the different acids. So in previous classes, we have to discuss this acids. In vinegar substance, acetic acid, and lemon and orange contains the citric acid, stale cheese contains the butyric acid, and battered milk and curd contains the lactic acid, spinach and tomato contains the oxalic acid, apples contain the malic acid, and the tea contains the tannic acid, olive oil contains folic acid and nest fats, stearic acid, grapes, tamarind contains the tartaric acid, palm oil contains palmic acid, and amla contains ascorbic acid, urine contains the uric acid. Already we have discussed different types of the acids contains the different substances. Next, the substances that contain in different bases. So, substance, what the substance? Lime water. Lime water contains the calcium hydroxide. Next, glass cleaners contains ammonium hydroxide, and soaps contains the sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. Milk magnesium contains the magnesium hydroxide. All of these have the basic nature. Look at it in textbook. Look at in textbook, page number is 12. You have to see carefully and note down the points. This is the acid substances in page number 12. In the same page only, basic substances noted in table. See carefully. So, Henry Cavendish. Henry Cavendish, already we have discussed about him. So, he discovered the hydrogen gas and he is an Italian scientist. See carefully, he is the Henry Cavendish. An Italian scientist discovered the hydrogen gas. So, up to you have listened the lesson from this lesson. So, we have to discuss the properties, some properties of the acids and bases. Properties in acids, properties in bases. First, taste. Taste in acids means sour in taste. Sour in taste. And in bases, the taste must be bitter in taste. Bitter in taste. At the same time, it has the soapy nature. It has soapy nature of the substances. And next property is added to whenever acids are added to turmeric paper, changes are red, colorless, no color, colorless. That means there is no change in color. But for bases is added to turmeric paper, changes as red in color. Which color? Already we have done this by using our experiment on turmeric paper to apply the soap water that changes as red in color. And next, when pink in color. When methyl orange is added to acid, that changes in red in color. Which color? Red in color. And methyl orange is added to bases, that changes in yellow in color. Which color? Yellow in color. For litmus paper, when acids are attached to litmus paper, it changes blue litmus to red litmus. Blue litmus to red litmus. Blue litmus to red litmus paper. And whenever we have to touch litmus paper, bases are attached to litmus paper, those are changes into red litmus to blue litmus. Red litmus to blue litmus. Next, naturally we have acid, natural acids. What are we using there? Lemon juice, vinegar. So many examples are there. Generally we are using the lemon juice, vinegar. And next, naturally we are using bases must mix. So lime water, caustic soda. So those type of the solutions we are using. So yeah, these are the properties of acids and bases. So up to now you have listened the lesson. I hope you understood the lesson. From this lesson I have given some questions. So read carefully, and if you have textbook, read the lesson once again. If you don't have textbook also, no problem at all. You have to watch the video of the lesson carefully and recall, revise yourself once again based on the lesson. You have to write correct answers for these questions. First question is write various states of different substances. Now only I told in recap. Next, second, what are